Do you know how many members of Destiny's Child there are?
Well, it depends on what era.
So I'll take that as a yes.
Yes.
Okay. How many senators are there?
In my state or?
In the United States, how many senators sit in the Senate?
That's a lot of them.
Let's go with 600.
Well, 100, because there's 2 for each state.
Okay.
And there's 50 states.
I messed that up.
You know what? That's pretty cool, though. Those are honest questions,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That was a clip from the new hilarious political comedy documentary, And Amanda We Trust. And in the doc, Amanda Seales heads to the nation's capital, as you can see, to see what Americans know about their own government and legislation.
She learns, she teaches, laughs a lot, and here she is to tell us all about it. Welcome back to GMA3.
Good to see you, my
Thank you
friend.
so much for being
And you know,
here.
before we start, that was a fair question, because what Destiny's Child had 4 members at one time, right?
Yes.
And then 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know who the
No. Come on, man. That was just a little statement right there. No follow-up questions.
No. And we also have to brag about you just for a second. Your holiday weekend and your trip to Belize.
Oh, the
Can
healing.
we play the clip here, everybody? Watch this. I'm sorry. Were you a collegiate diver? Did I miss that?
I was a gymnast, but I was also a high school diver. But you know what? Let me just say real quick that moment is really big because I'm afraid of heights, and I really pushed myself. So you got to impress yourself, y'all, especially in your 40s.
I love it.
You got to do it.
And nail the form.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So in this documentary, which I watched, it was hilarious and I loved it. But one thing that really stood out to me that was so important was that you were talking about throwing your cards on the floor and just leaving them there. But you talked a lot about, with your community, about how the government should be part of the culture.
Yes.
And being engaged in government should be part of the culture.
So I strongly believe that the further that we get away from our understanding of this system is the more opportunity we give for the system to control us.
Right.
And that is not just for black folks. I mean, we are seeing a huge labor movement happening in this nation. We're seeing many people wake up to the realities of that they've been lied to, that they have been withheld information. What happened in 2020 when folks hit the streets was a real reckoning for a lot of people. They said, you know, wait a minute, this isn't okay. That's why we're seeing books banned, by the way, because it was like, oh wait, people are like waking up, so we need to like try and suppress. And so what this documentary is just like using comedy to try to excite people about the way they can be the change they wish to see.
Absolutely, how they can be involved.
Yeah.
And this was supposed to be a stand-up special.
You know, let me
How
tell
did
you.
it take a turn to become this big documentary now? Too much material?
It's flow, not force. It's flow, not force. You know, I originally was going to do a stand-up special, and I had the footage. It wasn't something that I had intentionally went out to shoot, but it was like, oh, I have this footage. Let me try and spruce it up with some like segments in DC, and I'll make it like I'm running for office. Yeah, that'll be fun. But then when we went to DC, we got so much of an abundance of great footage, and anybody in production knows that you're usually lucky if you just get what you need. Let alone getting more. You're like, wait, is this anointed? And I just said to myself, man, even if we didn't do the stand-up, we'd have enough. Well, careful what you say. Because then I realized that the stand-up footage wasn't as quality, like technically, as the other footage. And so I had to make a choice. And that's why I say it's flow, not force. Because I had to really listen to my gut, which said, no, this is the stronger choice. And then when we actually really looked at the footage with that new lens, we saw this isn't just a stronger choice, it's the necessary choice. We all need to be teaching. We all need to be sharing, and we should all embrace learning.
Yeah.
And so I learned in this process, and I got to teach as well.
Just quickly, you mentioned running for office. There's just any aspirations, anything that you'd like to announce right here on GMA3?
I would like to announce that I would never run for office. You know what it is, though? I'm not a reformist. I really do believe that things cannot be changed solely from the inside. It's going to require both inside and outside. The Berlin Wall was not broken down on one side. It was both sides chipping away at it that took it down. And so I'm somebody, though, who feels like what I can do on the outside can help bolster the folks, the progressives who are on the inside. I think right now we're very caught up in the Democrat, Republican. That's a diversion. People are showing you who they are. Believe them. But in order to do that, you got to listen and you got to learn. I'm so thankful that y'all have me on here to talk about this because, you know, we're in a strike and there's content that's going to be coming out that's just thrown together. This is something I've done independently from my own pocket, from my own mind. And I was able to do it because I didn't have a studio telling me what to do. I was able to do it this way and this honest because I was able to work with my director, James Bland, and really just decide how do we make this as most for the people as possible. So I hope that you all will go to In Amanda We Trust and seals the deal.
And on that note, we say thank you very much. We appreciate it. And the best of luck to you, too.
Thank you.
And Amanda We Trust is available on the platform and amandawetrust.com.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.